Hello, Mike Rizzuto here again from Mastermind Incorporated. Welcome back to our Mastermindinc.net YouTube channel, where the 57 through 60 Cadillacs are the star of the show. Today we want to talk about the roof project again, and most generally just basically showing how we covered the fenders and so forth, and we try to ask people not to paint the cars before they get here, but we can do this job on cars that have nice paint jobs. And we can actually do this job on cars that the windshields are still in, providing they're not too badly damaged. This car has a tremendous amount of really serious problems on the roof, so be doing this with the windshields in. Probably could have still done it, but it would be a lot harder. But for the most part, we can do it with the windshields in and a nice paint job. Just have to be more careful. So today we want to basically, the main reason for this video is to talk about these lines on these quarter sections. And it's very hard to show this on camera, so I'm going to move this very carefully and slowly at different angles, so maybe you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. But essentially what we've got here is a situation where they've welded they had perfect lines on the roof, they formed it, and then they added these panels, and then they tried to blend it in, these lines into these curved lines, which they did a kind of a sloppy job of it, I think. But again, it looked okay when it was new because nobody noticed, and or maybe somebody noticed, but probably not. You'll notice here that all of this work is poorly done. It's not finished in here, and that's because the molding hides a lot of it. But we'll make, what we do is going to be a lot more precise than this. You'll see here where the lines are kind of curved like this, sort of. Then they kind of go straight. Then they're straight, and then they've got lines where you've got the curved lines here. You have a nice arc here. That blends with the rest of the roof. Then all of a sudden you've got straight lines going up in an angle like that over the curved lines. So what you've got is curved lines and straight lines together, and it's kind of haphazard the way it was done. It doesn't look bad to the average guy that's not really fussy about this and looking at it the way, critically the way we're looking at it, of course. But if you have a Brougham and look at it, I think you'll see the same thing. In fact, you might even see one side looks different than the other. On this car, they both look more or less the same on both sides. The other side, it might be easier to show. The light might be hitting it just at the right angle here. So, for instance, you can see, the same problems here in the corner, pretty badly done. You got the same kind of swoopy lines going like this at the bottom, and then you've got the same sort of situation where you've got nice curved lines that follow the rest of the roof, and then straight lines going up over it into the curved lines. So you have like kind of a combination of an area where the lines are partly straight, partly curved, and they're sort of overlapping. And it looks okay. Like I said, unless you're really looking at this critically, like we do, you probably never notice this. But anyway, I'm gonna just move the camera around a little bit, in hopes at different angles, in hopes that maybe you'll be able to see this. Yeah, right there, probably right there, you can see it. It's just they were trying to do this on an assembly line, which was their first mistake. And I talk to guys from the factory that were around years ago when they were building these things, and I've talked to a number of these guys have called me over the years, and they said these things were the biggest nightmare. They put them on the assembly line with the regular Cadillacs, and then ultimately they had to take them off the assembly line and put them in a special room where they sort of hand assembled them. Okay, I'm going to try to get this thing at this angle here. Maybe you can see those lines going straight up over the curved lines. I don't know. Maybe if I get up here and it's kind of, well, it's not really showing up too great on the video, but I can see it on the if I move the camera slowly and try to catch the light just right, maybe it'll be obvious to you. But you may have to take my word for it on this one. You basically got the same situation with the curved straight, you know, and then straight lines going up. Yeah, right there you can see it, but I'm not catching the light just right. But right about here, you know, all of this is all very haphazard. I've got lines going this way, I've got lines going this way, I've got curved lines, and they all come together, you know, in a very haphazard way. Maybe over here, you know, the lighting is a little bit better on this side to see it for some reason, and it's very yeah, that shows it right there. I mean, you could see, like in this corner right here, where you've got lines going this way, you've got lines that are curved, you've got lines that are going at a different angle relative to the curved lines, and they all just come together, look kind of messy. Alright, so that's pretty much what I was trying to show today. So watch for future episodes. Thanks for watching, and we'll keep plugging away.